Right, I'm sharing my screen, guys. You're able to see the screen, right? Right, okay. So in the last class, we discussed about the SQL versions, right? So in the last class, we discussed about the SQL versions. We also discussed about the Windows Server versions, okay? And then the compatibility, how to calculate the compatibility on which Windows versions we can install, what kind of SQL versions and all we can install. The compatibility also we discussed in the previous session. And we also discussed how to install SSMS, right? SSMS is a client. Using the client, what we can do, guys?
We can install the SQL server according to client requirement.
Okay, right. So using the SSMS, what we can do, guys, we can able to connect to the existing instances. Okay, using SSMS, what we can do, we can able to connect to the existing instances. So SSMS will act as a client. Every application will have client server model, right? Client server means using the client, we can able to connect to the particular application. So in our SQL server, SSMS is a client and server is your SQL server. Using the SSMS, we can connect to the SQL server, right? So in the last weekend, we have discussed, right, like how to install SSMS and all. SQL Server Management Studio. I'll give you a brief about the Management Studio. This tool was introduced in 2005 version. Okay. Before that, we used to use one tool called Query Analyzer. Okay. Using Query Analyzer, generally, we can connect to the SQL Server in 2000 version. In 2000 version, I hope you remember the versions, guys. Again, I'll repeat. We have different versions in SQL Server. As I said last time, you should remember these versions. Very important. It should be on tip of your tongue. SQL versions, Windows server, Windows versions, and then compatibility also. So we have 2000, SQL Server 2000, 2005, 2008, 2008 R2, 2012, 2014, 2016, 2017, 2019, and we have 2022. The latest version is we have 2020 25, okay, which was released in the 2025 last year, right? Windows Server versions also, we have Windows Server 2000, 2003, 2008, 8 or 12, 12 or 2, Windows 2016, Windows 2019, Windows 2022. Okay, few versions almost. Okay, we can see in SQL as well as Windows also, right? So in 2005 onwards, we have SSMS, guys. Up to 2000, we used to use Query Analyzer. From 2005 onwards, it's an inbuilt tool actually. Management Studio is an inbuilt tool, means while installing, you remember that feature selection screen. While installing, you remember the feature selection screen, guys. There we can see two types of features. Can anyone tell me what are those two types of features?
Shared features.
Very good.
Shared feature, specific feature.
Very good. Okay. So, one minute. Yeah. So we have two types of features, shared features and specific features, guys. In the specific features, we have selected database engine, replication, full text. These are the specific features. Analysis services, reporting services, these are all like comes under specific features. Under shared features, we have some tools, client tools connectivity, client tools backward compatibility, SQL client connectivity, SQL client connectivity SDK. These are all some shared features. In that shared features, there is a one option called management studio or management tools. So in 2005, if you want to install SSMS, generally in the shared features itself, you have to select management tools. Up to 2016, remember, from 2005 to up to 2016, the SSMS is inbuilt with the SQL installation. So you have to simply choose management tools in the shared feature selection, so that automatically management studio also will be installed up to 2016. From 2016 onwards, they separated the management studio. Okay, so you have to separately download in case if you're installing, okay, 2017, 2019 and all. Generally, you don't see this management tools shared features. Okay, so after that, what we have to do is like once SQL installation is done, again you have to do another step called SSMS installation. SSMS installation is easy, just one click. Once you copied that setup file, we'll have one click, installation, install button will be there. Simply you have to click on that install button, right? You have to click on the install button. So using that install button, you can able to install the management studio, but you have to download it separately, you have to copy it separately, and then you have to install it separately from 2016 onwards. Up to 2016, what you can do, guys, in the feature selection screen under shared features, you can choose management tools, so automatically SSMS will be installed. Fine. So now, first let me start the VM. Then we'll discuss about the management studio slowly. So how many of you completed, guys, like till last class? How many of you completed the practice, including SSMS installation? Please raise your hands. No one? Praveen, good. Asim, okay.
Shanmukh, I'm not able to install VirtualBox machine of the 6.0 version.
Why? What error you are getting?
There is a memory integrity option is there. So if I turned off, so I can install. But when I run, I cannot. There is a
What is
pop-up window
your
is coming.
what is your laptop RAM?
12 GB.
Why you are getting memory integrity RAM? That kind of error.
I don't know. Let me.
You just try with 6.1.
When I installed 6.1, it's running. Then when I try to run again, like after closing the VirtualBox machine, the next time when I open, again it's showing failed. Failed. The pop-up window is coming. Failed.
Fail error you are getting.
Yes. The next time.
Okay.
First time it came. It run. The
Okay.
second time it failed.
Have you tried like troubleshooting what is the error and all?
No. There's nothing there is no option to troubleshoot. What just a pop-up window failed a copy failed. That's it.
No, if you click on that view details option will be there. Little
Yes,
small
yes, yes. But there's
triangle kind
something.
of thing will be there. If you click on that, there you can see the
Okay.
details. How much memory is
Okay, I'll
allocated
try
to
again.
Your voice is not good. One second, wait.
Just a minute. Failed to open a session for the virtual machine SQL. When I click
Okay.
details, failed to open or create the internal network host interface networking. The wireless
Okay.
LAN PC. Oh, something like
So try changing the network name.
that. Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. So
Okay, I'll
again,
check.
guys, as I said last time, please be muted, Abdul. Right. So as I said last time, in case of any errors, always remember this point, guys. Please read the error carefully. In the error itself, mostly you will get at least hints. Sometimes it will tell you the solution also. Sometimes at least it will give you a hint like how to fix it and all. So always try to troubleshoot with the complete error description will be there for every error description will be there. Just copy it and just you can troubleshoot, you can just Google it or you can check in the chat GPT. At least it will give you some hints. So there will be no direct resolution or no direct options will be there for few errors kind of thing. Okay, you have to simply search and then you will get some hints and all. Based on that hints only you have to fix the issue. Okay, so always again I'm saying you are going to apply as an experienced as a professional, you are going to apply for the jobs. So from class 1 onwards, like if you are getting any errors, that's good actually. Without errors you don't learn anything, right? So if you are getting any errors, just try to troubleshoot by yourself by taking online help, because today I'll be there, tomorrow once you're in the project I'll not be there, right? So every time you cannot depend on a particular person. So just of course you know everything, like while using your phone, if you are having any issues you will check in the Google or chat GPT, right? In the same way, job related things also, try searching, like use different keywords and also that you might get means you will be habituated to use what kind of keywords and all to get proper solution. So mainly like that keywords are very important while searching, guys. So that prompt is also very important. So when you are like keep searching, your prompting experience and your keywords and all will be improved, so that you can easily able to, okay, at least you can able to try to fix the issues also. Okay, so just in case of any errors, always again check the video first, check whether you are doing properly, like step by step you are doing it or not. And one more suggestion, for first time when you are practicing, don't do any kind of testing and all. Okay, for the first time you just blindly follow the video and blindly apply the concept. Once you are comfortable, second time also you practice, third time also you practice, then fourth time onwards you have to do R&D. Why it is not working as expected, or why it is working like this only, if I select this option what will happen. So that's how you have to learn the course, R&D. Okay, so always remember your first source of troubleshooting will be videos, second Google, then I'm your last line of defense, as I said. After checking all these things, if you are not able to fix it, then come back to me. Just send me one screenshot, okay? I'll check, and in case earlier, like if anyone faces that issue or if I know the solution, I'll tell you. But simply just coming back to me and Shanmukh tell me the answer, then I'll simply tell you, please go and watch the video. Very simple, because I can tell in 1 minute or something, it might take some time. Don't wait for me. I'll be in the interviews, I'll be in the meetings. Okay, so please don't wait for me. Just try checking in the Google, try checking in the videos and all. You'll get the solution. Fine. Okay, so let me open the SSMS. So how to open SSMS, guys? Once you logged into the server, don't click on the setup file. This is setup file. You can see in the name itself, setup file. If you click on the setup, sometimes again people will do this mistake also. They will install SSMS first and then again they will click on the setup file. So when you click on the setup file, next time you don't get the, okay, I mean to say installation button. Okay, you'll simply get the repair button. Okay, so if I'm opening now, see, you will get a repair button because it's already installed. Hey, the SSMS is already installed, you want me to repair? So repair option will be there. So sometimes people will send the screenshots and I'm not able to see install, but no, only once we will install, first time we will install. Next time you cannot open the setup file. You have to directly open the application. We have already installed, right? So simply you can go to this Windows and you can just click on the Management Studio. You can either see the Management Studio option or you can even search for SSMS. Okay, so I can just click on this. If you are not able to see, then you can simply search for SSMS. Okay, SSMS also, if you type SSMS also, it will help you to open, guys. Okay, so in this way you can able to install and open the Management Studio. Once, see this one, I just opened the setup file. So as it's already installed, it is showing repair button, uninstall button, close button. So don't again open the setup file once the installation is done. Okay, right. So now let me open the SSMS again. Right, and SSMS is a shared component. Remember, SSMS, this tool is a shared component. Last time also, just now we discussed, we can see this feature under shared tools or shared features. That means if this shared feature means how many copies we can install per machine. Any shared feature, generally how many copies we can install per machine?
One.
Only one is enough because it's shared feature. I gave you an example of PG also. In PG, if you go to PG, you will have your specific things, you will have shared things, right? So one SSMS is enough. Shanmugh, can I connect to any version? Yes. You can connect to any version, lower version, higher version. So there is no problem with that in connecting. Little dependency is there. What is the dependency? Listen carefully. Imagine you are using 2012 SSMS. You are using 2012 SSMS. In 2012 SSMS, you can connect to any instance from 2000 onwards, 2025, any instance, any version of instance you can connect, no issues. It will allow you to connect, no problem, no need to install SSMS for every SQL that you are installing. See, in one Windows machine, how many SQL servers we can install, guys? In one Windows machine, how many SQL servers we can install? The last class we discussed it, right? How many?
50,
First class, 50. Okay. So why only one person is responding? What about
49
others?
named instances, one default instance.
Very good, Monica. Right, guys, even though the answer is simple, small, at least try to respond again. As I said, the first class, right? Remember? So always be interactive, kind of thing. Okay, so now if we can install 50 instances in one machine, that doesn't mean we have to install 50 SSMS also. Not required. Just one SSMS copy is enough. So that using this one SSMS copy, you can connect to all 50 instances. Okay, so SSMS is a shared feature, first thing. But what is the problem here? I'll tell you. Imagine you are using 2012 SSMS. Imagine. You can connect to the lower version instances without issues and higher version also. From 2012, if you compare, lower version also you can connect, higher version also you can connect, no issues. When you connect to the higher version instances, means you have to listen carefully. Here there are two softwares I am discussing. One is SSMS and then SQL Server. If SSMS version is like lower version and you are connecting to higher version, is it clear, guys? My SSMS version is lower version, 2012, and I am connecting to 2016. Can I connect?
No, there is a
We can connect.
compatibility.
We can connect without issues. We can connect. I mean to say we can connect. Okay, as I said. So my SSMS version is 2012. Okay. Yes, Abdul, tell me. Okay. So my SSMS version is 2012. Can I connect to 2005 instance in the 2012 SSMS? Tell me, guys. Can I connect to 2005 instance, 2008 instance in the 2012 SSMS? At least guess. Please respond, guys. Why you are simply...
Yes. Can.
Yes, sir. No, you can respond, right?
No, we cannot connect.
You cannot connect. Okay. Fine. Yeah, Abdul, from you, I'm getting a lot of echo. So if you are like, yeah, thank you. Fine. So as I said, the answer is SSMS can be any version. You can connect to any version. Okay. So in this case also no issues. Even though if your SSMS is 2012, still you can connect 2000. As I said, whatever SSMS it is, you can connect from 2000 version to 2025 without, I mean to say, not issues, but little dependency is there. You can connect from 2000 to 2025 also. But if your SSMS version is like lower version, and if you are connected to the higher version, the higher version features won't be visible in the lower version SSMS. Again, I'll repeat, if your SSMS is higher version, okay, and you are connected to the lower version instance, higher to lower will be fine. Without issues, it will work. But if your SSMS is lower version and you are connected to the higher version of SQL Server, okay, then you cannot see the features. You cannot see the features of higher version. I'll give you an example. Let me first connect to this instance. Sometimes you'll get like this due to maybe network connectivity or mostly network connectivity and all. Okay. So after some time, maybe after reconnecting, it will try for 4 or 5 attempts. Then it will reconnect. If not, you can simply cancel it and again you can try connecting to the machine using RDP, guys. So how many of you like configured this RDP, guys? RDP and all is working fine, I think.
Yes.
Okay, good. Let me log into this machine directly because RDP is giving slow response. Input keyboard. Why this machine is not responding? I think the machine is stuck. Just give me a minute. Control key. Control plus delete. This is also not working. Fine. No issues. So in this scenario, generally we have to restart it, but to restart we have to log into the machine, right? It is not allowing. So I'm going to power off the machine directly like this, and then we'll again start the machine, guys, because it was stuck. It is not responding to any requests. Right. Let me go back to this SSMS. SSMS, okay. If SSMS is higher version, and if you are connecting to lower version of SQL Server, then there is no issue. Okay. If SSMS is lower version and if you are connecting to higher version SQL Server, then it will connect. Okay, it will connect. But the higher version features won't be visible in the lower version SSMS. Higher version features won't be visible in the lower version SSMS, guys. Okay. So
Tell me,
because of the
hello.
yes, tell me.
Yeah, tell me what I'm trying to ask, like what type of those features we can't able to see? Like what are those higher features? Yes.
Sid, it's not like see, I'll give you an example. Okay, so Depends, every version maybe it might have new features. For example, as I said, always on is a new feature. Like in 2012, it was introduced in 2012. So always on is one of the high availability concept. If you remember in the first class, we discussed 5 high availability concepts like log shipping, mirroring, replication, clustering, always on. So always on, it was introduced in 2012. If you are using SSMS, imagine 2008 SSMS you are using. In 2008 SSMS, if you can connect to 2012, 2016 also, right? In 2000, because in any version of SSMS, you can connect to any version of instance. In 2008 SSMS, if you connect to 2016, actually it should show always on, but it will not show because of the SSMS limitation. So SSMS is having dependency, depends upon the particular version. So mostly this is the one big feature that you cannot see in case if you are using the lower version. Remaining all are like the polybase also like new feature only, but we don't use polybase and all. But for us, we'll regularly use always on. So always on is a very big feature and it's very good feature. Even Azure data centers also running with always on configurations only. So like this, if any new feature is there, and if you are using the old version of SSMS, generally the new feature, like if it is like more than the expected version, so that feature won't be visible. I'm not saying it won't work. It will work, but sometimes when you connect it to the lower version, for example, in the organization, when you are into the project, you will connect to multiple servers. Some of the servers will be higher versions, some of the servers will be lower versions, old versions will connect. So when you open the old server, you can see 2008 SSMS. You will simply type SSMS. You will see 2008. But in the same machine, we have 2012 also or 2014 also. So in the same SSMS 2008 version, you will connect to 2014 also. Suddenly you don't see the new features like always on, polybase and all you don't see. Then you will be like kind of why it's not showing, why it's not, because as it is using, as you are using the lower version of SSMS, that is expected that you cannot see the higher version features in the lower version SSMS. What is the solution? Simple. You use the same version or use the higher version of whatever, like SQL Server is there, right? That particular SQL Server, imagine if you want to connect to 2012, use 2012 SSMS or 2016 or whatever, SSMS 19, SSMS 20. So those versions you can use to see that particular feature. Only feature won't be visible. I'm not saying feature won't work. It will work, but it won't be visible in the lower version of SSMS, guys. Clear now?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Any questions, doubts so far, guys? Right. Let me log into this machine. Again, don't worry what is high availability, what is always on and all, but we have a separate session on that. I'll show you. I'm just giving you a reference, okay? Because these are the features and all. I'm just connecting to the SQL Server using the Management Studio. I'm not using RDP, okay? RDP when I use now, it is creating some slowness and also that's why I'm just directly logging into the machine. So which version of SSMS I'm using now, guys? Which version of SSMS?
Twenty 21.
Okay. So generally, sometimes they don't ask the SSMS version, but we cannot expect what kind of questions they are going to ask. In few scenarios, they might ask SSMS versions also. Okay. So up to 2016, you can tell SSMS 2016. Like with the same version, you can tell SSMS 2014, SSMS 2012. 2016 onwards, it was separated, right? So it will be SSMS 17, 18, 19, 20. So the one I just opened is SSMS 20. There is no 2021. That will show you version 20.2.1, but it's not 2021. Just you can tell SSMS 19, 20, 21. Like that it will be SSMS 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so I'm connecting. So as I said, how to connect to the server, guys. Once you open SSMS, you can see the screen like this. Okay, server type, as I said, as a DBA, our main work will be on database engine only. We'll always connect to database engine only. So make sure the server type is database engine. Other than that, if you want to connect to any other components like analysis services, reporting services, integration services, and all, you can connect. You can just select the respective services. But as a DBA, 95% of our work will be on database engine only. So make sure database engine is selected. Now server name, you have to give the server name because in this machine I can host 50 instances, correct? So to which instance you want to connect? So you have to give the name, right? In a class, if 50 members are there, I should know the name in case if I want to represent anyone. Okay, if I want to call anyone, I should know their name. So here you have to provide the server name. Shanmukh, this look like a computer name. Yes, it's a computer name because we installed the default instance, right? So when you install default instance, automatically it will take the computer name. So here you can see the server name. If you don't see anything here, if it is showing blank, you can just click on this drop down. You can just click on browse for more. You can click on this database engine. It will show you the installed instances under this database engine. In this machine, how many instances installed? It will show you all the instances names here, irrespective of versions. It can be any version. Okay, irrespective of versions, it will show you all the instances. So from this picture, what I can say, we have installed only one instance in this machine. Okay, as it is taking computer name, so it will be a default instance. So either you can select like this or you can just give the name also. So I'm selecting like this, click OK. One more thing, network servers. You can also connect to the instance that is hosting in another machine also. You can connect to the instance that is hosting in the same machine. You can even connect to the instances that are hosting in another machine also. For that, you have to use network servers and you have to enable network related features and all. So you can see the network servers in this list and you can connect. But again, as a security in the organization, okay, we don't turn it on this option. I'll tell you, we will have one option called browser services. So I'll show you, okay, what and all browser services are there. So local service, and double click on it and you can see the server name and then just click OK and then click OK. So now you will get the server name like this. What type of authentication means how you are entering into the SQL server, how you are connecting, what is the security. With security it is because it's a database, sensitive data will be stored, critical data will be stored. Not everyone can log into the SQL server. Don't think like those who can access the Windows machine, they all can connect to SQL server. No, actually it's not correct because Windows team also can connect to Windows machine. Network team also can connect to Windows machine. Storage team also can connect to Windows machine. Do you think they all can access SQL Server data? No. Okay, security will be there. So what type of authentication you're using? For example, when you're entering into a maybe secured zone, correct? Maybe you can see sometimes, okay, a thumb impression you will give or ID card you will give. When you're entering into the offices, simple example, offices. So most of you people are going offices, right? So when you are going, you have to open the door so that you can open either using your ID card or if it is more secure, then you have to give the pin or thumb impression or biometric or face recognition or iris kind of security. So these are different ways of unlocking the door. In the same way, we have two ways. Okay, one is Windows authentication, second one is SQL authentication. So how you are entering into the SQL server using Windows security or using SQL Server security. So these two concepts will be discussed in the security session. We have security classes. So in that security, we'll discuss how to how generally a person can enter into SQL Server, how security will work internally. All these things will be covered. As I said, encryption, if you put mandatory, you can generally keep it as optional. If you select optional, no need to select this trust server certificate. If you select mandatory, okay, you have to select the trust server certificate. So then finally you can click connect. So now you are able to connect to the SQL server, guys. This is how the server look like. This is how the server looks like. This is called Object Explorer. Object Explorer. Object Explorer, where you can explore the objects. In SQL Server, everything will call it as an object only. Everything, databases will call it an object, tables will call it as an object. Okay, everything will call it as an object only. So where you are going to explore, that is called Object Explorer. So if you want to see the databases, you can expand. If you want to see the security, you can expand. So like that plus symbols will be there. So if you click on any plus symbol, then automatically those options will be opened. So like this, you can able to see the options, guys. See, always on, polybase. Someone asked it, right? So if I connected to the same instance in 2008 SSMS, I cannot see these two features. It will work using query and all, it will work, but I cannot see these two features. So sometimes if you are connected to the old machines, if you are connected to the old servers and all, just keep this point in mind. If you are using old version of SSMS, it won't show you the higher version features that is expected. Okay, that is the dependency of SSMS. Fine. So sometimes you cannot see even agent also. Why? Because due to security. Okay, don't see everyone can see all the options. Depends upon the security, depends upon the permissions you have. Few people can see few options only. If you are a administrator, DBA, you can see all the options. But as a user, users also will connect, they will also write queries and all. Okay, because we don't write queries, users only will connect and they will only write queries. So we cannot give DBA permissions to them, right? We cannot give administrator permissions to them, right? We cannot give full control to them, right? So we'll give limited access. So that's why few people can see only limited features or limited options in the SSMS. That is also expected, guys. So this is your connect button. You can just click on this. Again, the same while connecting, what kind of option you'll get. Again, you can connect. If you want to connect to another instance, again, you can use the same, and you can just either click on the connect button, or this is the charger. You can see charger kind of thing. You can see, right? You can click on this charger icon to connect to another instance. Okay. So now this time I'll connect to dot. Okay. I'll simply give dot. Let's see whether I'm able to connect or not. Okay, click connect. Okay, and again I'll go and just click on this icon, and then this time I'll give maybe local. Let's see whether it will work or not. Right, now listen carefully. See, if the server is not there, if you are giving the wrong server name, the name itself is not existed, then it will try to connect to the particular machine or instance. If the server is not running, remember, now you will get one error actually. Now, if the server is not running, it cannot allow the connections, right? If I am just sleeping, I cannot respond to your queries. How I can respond if I am sleeping? No, right? You see here what kind of error you are getting. A network related or instance specific error occurred while establishing a connection. When you can establish a connection, if it is running, then only we can able to, okay, connect to the SQL server. The server was not found or was not accessible. Verify that the instance name is correct. It is saying, see, different options. When you are going to get this error, it is saying different options. One is the server was not found. Maybe there is no server with that name or was not accessible. Verify that the instance name is correct. It is also saying, check whether the instance name is correct or not, and that the SQL server is configured to allow remote connections. Means if everything is fine, but still if you are not able to connect, check whether connections like the remote connections are enabled or not. So this kind of error you will get it. So always remember one thing: if you are getting this error, it can be name issue. Maybe you are giving a wrong server name, or if the services are down, if SQL services are not running, then also you will get the same kind of error message. Or if any network issues are there, means you are trying to connect from one machine to another machine. The server is there in one machine, like for example here SQL server is also there, here also SQL server is there. You can connect the SQL server that is hosted in this machine locally, that is local connection. If you want to connect to the SQL server of this machine, from this machine SSMS to this machine SQL server, if you want to connect now, a remote connection should be enabled. Communication should be there between the machines. Security, okay? Because you're connecting from one machine to another machine instance. So if all are configured properly, then only you're able to connect. That also I'll show you, okay? The advanced concepts and all I'll show you. So these are all different scenarios where you will get the error, guys. So if you're getting this error, you have to check whether SQL services are up and running or not. How to check, Shanmukha? I'll show you. Where to check the services, how to check the services, I'll show you. Okay? So how to start, stop, restart the services also we'll discuss after this. Right, so these are all different errors. We will get it, guys. So now click OK. So the reason is it is not taking this name. Let me give name like this. Okay, let me put in quotes. Okay, right, you can connect and click on connect again, and again I'll give one more name, local host. Click connect. See here, how many instances I connected, guys? In SSMS, how many instances I connected? 4. 1, 2, we can minimize this, 2, 3, 4, right? But Shanmukh, you installed only one instance, right? How come we are able to connect to 4 instances? Each one is one
All
instance.
are
This is
same.
one instance.
All are same.
Yeah. This is also one instance. This is also one instance. But we installed only one copy, right? How? We can able to see 4 entries here. Because everyone will have names, right? You will have your legal name. You will have nickname. Your parents will call you with a different name. Your spouse will call you with a different name. Your friends will call you with a different name. Your well-wishers will call you with a different name. Everyone will have minimum 2-3 names, right? In the same way, default instance also having 4-5 names. Means I mean to say not 4-5 names, 4-5 nicknames kind of thing. Okay. So this is the official name, legal name, computer name you can give. This is the dot. Dot. Dot also represents computer name in the Windows language. In Windows, dot means computer name only. Okay. So here you don't see the name. Simply you can see one dot. But in Windows, dot means computer name. That's why it is not asking any other name after you are giving dot and dot. Local also represents computer name only. You have to keep in brackets. Local. Local host, again. Host means computer name, right? Again, it represents computer name only. So that's why to the same instance you connected using different names. That's it. Okay, we don't have 4 instances, only one instance. You connected using 4 different names. That's it. Clear, guys? If I want to disconnect, you can just click on this. You can see disconnect button. Disconnect, disconnect, disconnect. So all are same. If you do anything also, you can, everything will be, it will be visible because the same instance you are doing operations and all. So if you want to expand like this, you can expand. If you want to connect to another instance, you can connect. If you want to disconnect the instance, you can click on the disconnect button. Again, if you want to connect, you can click on, you can just select the computer name or whatever name you want to use to connect. You can just simply click on connect button. So like that, you can able to connect to the instances, guys. Is it clear? So in the Object Explorer, we can see the connected instances. And this is one button. So this is called refresh button. You can refresh. So there is no problem, and you have to refresh recommended practice every time, whatever you're doing, any changes. Remember, whatever you're doing, any changes, you have to refresh this one. Okay. That doesn't mean every 5 minutes, 10 minutes you have to refresh. No. You created one database. Okay. It's not showing. Just refresh it. Any action that you're doing. Okay. No need of, while running the scripts and all, no need to refresh. To see what and all you're doing, like what changes are applied and all, whether changes are applied or not, simply just refresh. You created one table. It might not show immediately. Just refresh it. It will show you. If you created one object or deleted one object or modified one object, it might not show immediately. Just refresh, refresh, refresh. Always make a habit of refreshing the instance. Very, very important. Sometimes they will create and they will not refresh. They will think that they refreshed that one. They don't see object. They might think it is not running as expected. SQL server is not working properly. You did not refresh it. That's it. If you refresh now, it will show you. Right? This is the icon for the health and all. It will show you the health status and all. So now you can see one more button, 2 more buttons actually you can see. One is filter. Okay, in case if you have multiple options, then the filter will be enabled, guys. Maybe see here. In this folder, I have multiple options. As I want to search easily, I can use this filter button and I can simply search. For example, out of this list, I want to see only SA. SC I want to see. Just name contains SA. Just click apply the filter. Same filters only. See, earlier you can see around 10 logins. Now you see only SA login. So that doesn't mean it don't remove, guys. It's just filtered. That's it. Okay. If you want, you can remove the filter. Click on filter option and then remove filter. Again, you can see all the logins. So this will be used for the filter. And then this icon is like stop button. Actually, the SQL server is up and running. How we'll get to know whether SQL server is up and running or not? As it's up and running, then only we are able to connect. Okay. That is one thing that you have to remember. If it is in stopped state, we cannot connect. And you see here, I don't know whether you're able to see or not. You can see here, small play button will be there, green play button. Here, I'm just pointing, maybe white dot you can see in your screen. Small play button will be there that represents the SQL server is currently running. Okay, if it is stopped now, it will show you red color and this button also will be highlighted. This stop button you see here, this square button also will be highlighted. Okay, now as it is running, it is simply grayed out. If you stop now, this button will be highlighted, guys. So in this way, you can able to see these options. Very, very important. Regularly, we'll use the same options, guys. So this will help you for the pin and all. You can able to hide it using this pin button. If you close this one by mistake, Shanmukh, I closed Object Explorer by mistake. Okay, then you can able to get it from the tools. Okay, tools are like where is that view? In the view, you can see here Object Explorer. Okay, you can simply, in case if you close that one, you can simply click on this F8 button, F8 function key, F8 shortcut, or else you can just click on view button and then you can select the Object Explorer. So by default, it will be popped up, guys. When you open SSMS, this Object Explorer will be popped up when you connect it to any instance. Right. So now, SSMS, again I'm saying, if I close SSMS, anything will happen to my server, guys, or database or objects. If I close SSMS, anything will happen to my objects.
If you didn't save anything, it's going to ask like
No.
to save.
Right, very good. So generally the answer is no. Okay, SSMS is a tool. Whenever you want, you can open, you can connect to the instance. If your work is completed, you can close it. Closing SSMS will not stop the server. Server should run and will run in the backend continuously 24/7 by 365 days. You are just connecting, you are going inside, you are completing your work, you are coming outside. That's it. Okay, so closing SSMS will not impact your SQL server. You can happily close the SSMS. Maybe sometimes if any pending work is there, if any work is going on, like you are running one script which is taking time, if you close SSMS, then it will ask you, hey, do you want me to cancel this transaction? If you cancel the transaction, it will be cancelled. Okay, so when you are running something, don't close SSMS. If it is in progress, don't close the SSMS. It might cancel the running queries. I mean that queries that you are running. See, now we have 13 participants. Okay, all 13 participants can connect to SQL Server. Wasim can connect, he can run his own queries. Vijay can connect, he can run his own queries. Siva can connect, he can run his own queries. If your session, if you are killing or you are closing, then only your session will be impacted. If Siva is closing his SSMS, Wasim's session or Vijay's session won't be impacted because they are running in the back end. So you opened, you connected and you opened a query window and you are running and without completing you are closing, right? Only your session will be impacted. Which session you are closing, simple way, which session you are closing, that session only will be impacted, guys. If you are closing SSMS completely, all the sessions will be impacted. Shanmukh, what is session? Now right click, I want to connect, I want to talk to SQL Server. Okay, how I can talk to SQL Server? By executing queries. SQL Server cannot talk, right? So by just we'll both exchange using the queries only. So I'll just open a new query. Then it is opening one session with the SQL Server. In this session, you can talk. For example, you see, if you go to jail, generally in movies and all, you see here. In movies and all, like mulakats, okay, in jail we'll meet and then we'll talk to the prisoners. I'm just giving an example. So time will be there like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes like that. So you will simply go, you will meet whatever like you want to communicate, you will communicate and you will come out. Again, parallelly, lot of people will be there in the Mulakat. Right? Parallelly, this others like the other people also will come and they will meet other persons and all, they will just talk and they will go. So it's just a session, maybe that 5 minutes or 10 minutes, how much time you're spending, that is just session. Okay? Once your session is over, once your work is done, that session will be closed. Okay? For example, I just opened, right? You can see whenever you open a query, you can see one ID we will get it. That is called the session ID. Using the session ID, okay, we can represent. For example, Shanmukh is running something under 53. If I am deleting, I should be able to track it, right? So 32,000 people can connect to the SQL server at a time. 32,767 people. 32,767 people can connect to SQL server at a time. They can run the queries. But what if you are misusing or by mistake or accidentally you delete some objects? There should be an option to track, right? And I want to see the current progress, whether it is running or sleeping or suspended or not running. Okay, I want to see the status. To find all these things, we have one ID called session ID. So using session ID, I can see who is running this session, what he is running, what is the status, what is the progress and all, everything I can able to track it using this ID number. If I open one more session, again I'll get one more number. It can be 54 or 52, it can be anything. 54, like that it will give serially. Okay, so it is able to give serially up to 32,000 sessions, 32,767 sessions it can give. If my work is completed, again I'll close my session. This session 54, again it will allocate to some other person. Is it clear, guys? Everything will be executed in the SQL server as sessions. So in the session, it will track who is connected to this, who, at what time he connected, what he is running, what is the status of his transaction. Currently, is it running? If it is running, how much percentage is completed? Everything I can track using these session IDs. I'll tell you how to track and all. Okay, we have small queries. If I want to come to talk to the SQL server, we have only queries, guys. Okay, so you have to execute a query. It will understand. Okay, for example, now I want to see, okay, all the databases inside the SQL server. Okay, this is my requirement. I want to see all the databases that are there inside the SQL server. Okay, I want to see, right? I want to read, means for reading you will use select query. All the databases, all right, all means star in SQL language. The language that we will use to talk to the SQL server is T-SQL. What is that, guys? T-SQL. T means transact SQL. To communicate with the Microsoft SQL servers, we will use T-SQL. To communicate with the Oracle, we will use PLSQL. To communicate with other databases, we have JetSQL. Okay, like that. See, the same how Indian languages are originated from Sanskrit. In the same way, SQL is a language. This language will use it to connect to the databases. Okay, SQL, structured query language. SQL stands for structured query language. SQL is just Sanskrit language kind of thing. Sorry. From this Sanskrit language, Microsoft, okay, took this SQL and then it's just developed its own language, T-SQL. Right? We have like regional languages, right? From Sanskrit, we have Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, Malayalam, whatever it is. Right? So its own flavor. I will add my own locality to the language. That is called regional language. Correct? So Microsoft developed the T-SQL. Okay? For the origin is SQL language only. In the same way, Oracle also took the SQL language. It's just developed its own flavor, that is PLSQL. JetSQL, NoSQL, these are all different languages. These languages will help you to communicate with the databases. So whatever queries that I'm running, whatever queries that it can understand is T-SQL queries only. Clear guys? T-SQL, transact SQL queries only. The Microsoft SQL Server can understand T-SQL language. Like how we are able to communicate using English language, in the same way Microsoft SQL Server also can be communicated using T-SQL language. So you should know some T-SQL queries. Okay, few T-SQL queries you should know, small queries at least. Generally, roughly max 10-15 queries will use guys throughout our experience, throughout our whatever it is DBA career, max 10 to 15 regularly used queries. Other queries you can simply Google it. We'll use more queries, but regularly we'll use hardly 5 queries, guys. Hardly also regularly we'll use 5 queries. Those queries will be like this: SP help DB, SP who to, SP who is active, select star from sys processes. Okay, so like this single word or single line kind of queries will be there. So don't need to struggle, don't need to write lines and lines of script. As a DBA, no one will ask you to write the script and all. 99% no one will ask, because we have two categories here. One is SQL developer, second one is SQL DBA. SQL developer will take care of the scripts. Whereas DBA will take care of the maintenance of the databases. If you know both, you will become application DBA. Means you know development, you know DBA also. That is called application DBA. It's very good actually. 90%, 99% people, or at least 95% DBAs, they don't know scripting. At the same time, 90% developers, they don't know DBA. Developers, their work is to write the scripts and all, to write the business logic and all. DBS, their work is to maintain the databases, installations, backups, restores, security, permissions, maintenance. All these things will be taken care by the DBA. So, as a DBA, hardly 5 to 10 queries that we will use it. That is also single word or single line queries and all. So, no need to struggle for queries. Still, if you need, as per your requirement, you can just Google it. You will get lot of queries. So you can execute, you can just try to understand what it is doing. The SQL language also is a kind of English language only, guys. Just you can easily understand. So I want to see the databases, all the databases. I can see in two ways. One is select query, or using select query, or you can use stored procedure. Select star from, I want to see all the databases, right? Sys dot databases. Okay, this is the query, guys. So sys databases or something like that. Okay, like this you can see. So now when I run sys databases, you see here there is a red line actually. When you see red line, there might be an error. Might be an error. I'm not saying for sure it will be an error. There might be an error. So now what I have to do, I want to run this, right? So select this query. Check before running. What is the option we have? That is called parse button. This is the parse button, guys. Click on parse button. Parse button will help you, okay, using the query. So here I mean to say, when you just click on parse button, it will tell you whether any mistakes are there or not. Here something is missing near sys. Okay, from where we are trying to read, you have to mention that keyword from. Select star from sys databases or databases. That's okay. These are all like small queries. You will get to know the difference between sys databases and sys.databases. Now again I'm just parsing it. Okay, now this time you can see command completed successfully, means currently in this query there are no errors. So now if I execute, click on execute button. So always make a habit of parsing the queries before executing. Before executing, always make a habit of parsing it. It will help you with syntax search and semantic search. Syntax means whether the syntax is correct or not. Semantic, what is the meaning of semantic search? Semantic means whether the object is existed or not. For example, you are trying to read the data from employee table. But where is the employee table here? Can you see employee table? Where the tables will be existed? Generally, the tables will be existed in the databases. But under databases, can I see any databases? It is showing some system databases and all. Let me expand this. So I can see 4 system databases. These are all system databases. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Sorry. Right, okay. So if that object itself is not existed, employee select star, command is correct. Say for example, select star from employee. Okay, imagine you like to read the data inside the table generally. Okay, you can just use this. But when you run this, now also it is showing error. Command is correct, but there is no object. Okay, invalid object like that it will show you. So when you just this one, it is not showing. Okay. So generally it will help you to show the syntax and semantic errors, guys. Okay. So like that, always whenever you are trying to execute any query, make a habit of parsing it. Okay, this is the parse button. Parse will just check whether okay the query is correct or not. So don't worry, it will not execute. It will simply check whether the query is correct or not. So using parse button, you can able to check the syntax issues and all. So now once you parse, now if you execute now, automatically it will show you the output. So now you see here, this is called output pane. Okay, this is the query window, the one that you can see here, the yellow bar. You can see, right? This is the query window where we can execute the queries. And then once you executed the queries, whether it's a output or whether it's an error, you can see in the output pane. Okay, in the output pane you can able to see. So depends on the queries. You can see lot of results and all that, and all we'll discuss later. So here you can see whether like query is executed or not. You can see here. In case if the query is cancelled and all, here you can see query cancelled kind of thing. You can see the message here. And which server you connected, what is the version. You remember, guys, RTM, where we discussed this RTM, remember? Where we discussed this RTM, guys? What is RTM?
Release to market.
Release to market, the first licensed copy of any version. So when you want to install anything like 2019-22, first copy you'll install RTM copy only. That is the base copy, that is the first licensed copy of any version. So, and then on top of that, if you want to update the SQL server, or if you want to apply the patches and all, you can just apply it. That we'll discuss during the patching sessions. And to which server, like who connected to the SQL server. The username you can see here. See, computer name / administrator. Who is executing these queries? Administrator is executing. You can see the username here. On which database you are executing? How much time it took to execute this query? How many rows? Okay. What will be the output rows and all? If you are getting 500 or 5000 rows, you cannot go down and see what is the count and all. You can simply see here. It will simply hardly in this window how many rows it can show. Mostly 10 or 15. But what if it is 15,000 rows? You cannot go down, right? Simply you can see here. It will tell you how many rows that output is having. So this is how you can able to open a new query window. This is how you can able to run the queries. You can able to check whether they are right or not. You can able to see the output. You can able to see who connected, who is running, how much time it took to run this query, on which database is running, how many rows. Okay, whether query is executed successfully or not. Everything you can see using these options, and you can also see session ID. Okay, session ID. So like this, in case if anyone wants to see the sessions and all. For example, I want to see all the sessions now. Okay, now see, I just opened, right? I'll open another query window. So now I want to see all the sessions that are running in SQL Server. We have one query called svwho2. Okay, when you execute now, parse it first and then execute it. I can see total 52 rows. It took almost milliseconds. That's why it is not showing the time here. And again the same. So you can see these are all the sessions that are running in the SQL Server, guys. Remember, SQL Server is also a software. To run the software in the backend, some processes will run background processes. So up to 50, the SPID, see here, how we will represent each session, SPID. Every session will have SPID. So using SPID, we can able to see, so up to 50 sessions, background sessions. To run SQL Server, these background process has to run. For example, when you start the Windows machine, your laptop, in the background, lot of processes will run, right? Few of them related to the application. See, for example, this is related to my browser. Okay, what is that? Edge. This is related to the Google Chrome. This is related to what means. This is related to Zoom. See, I'm using multiple applications. I'm using Zoom. I'm using VirtualBox. I'm using Google Chrome. I'm using Edge. So different processes I can see, but few processes still it is running in the background, service host kind of thing. Lot of processes. These are all the background. As these processes are running, that's why your laptop is up and running. That's why you're able to access the applications. In the same way, SQL Server is also an application. To run the SQL Server in the background, lot of processes has to run. So these processes up to 50, these processes are background processes. As these processes are running, that's why SQL Server is up and running. And you can see here the state of each process, whether sleeping or running or runnable, okay, or background, who is like running these sessions. Okay, you can see the name, which login. Okay, if you are connected using your ID, it will show you. Okay, Vijay is running the session. If you are connected using your login, it will show you Safia is running the session. So all the names it will show here. Host name, from which host they connected. Okay, I logged into the direct machine, that's why it is showing here. If you are connected from your laptop, it will show you your laptop host name here. And these and all blockings, I'll tell you, don't worry what is blocking and all. On which database you are executing, what kind of commands you are executing, okay? What is how much CPU it is taking, how much disk I/O it is taking, when the last batch executed, from which application you are executing, from which application. Okay, sometimes people will connect using Visual Studio, sometimes people will connect using different tools, sometimes people will connect using SQL Server Management Studio query window. So like that you can able to see everything under this SP who to query. So very useful. We'll use this query regularly to see who are all connected, how many sessions are running, any blockings and all. So everything will be discussed slowly, guys. So these are all the controls in the SSMS. Now when you close SSMS, nothing, because my work is completed. One query executed SP who to, another query is selection from systems databases. So it's a matter of milliseconds. Output we got it immediately. Now currently nothing is running from my end. I just came here to see the results. For example, you just run select query, which has to pull 1 million records. It is pulling, guys. You started the query at 8:21. It might take 5 minutes to pull the all 1 million records. So in between you cancelled. So the session will be cancelled. Whatever records that you want to pull, as you close the SSMS, it will cancel the particular transaction. You want to insert some 1 lakh records. So you started executing that insert command. Suddenly if you close, it will tell you, hey, currently transactions are running. Do you want to cancel? It will ask you to cancel. Then only it will be cancelled. If you close directly, don't cancel. It will ask you, it will take your approval first. If you select yes or no, based on that it will proceed, guys. So now in this case, if you are getting the screen, it is asking, hey, you ran some queries, right? Do you want me to save these queries to run next time? So we'll use small queries only, right? Next time we can type it, no need to save it. You can simply click no, and then SSMS will be closed like that, guys. So in this way you can open, you can execute, and you can close the SSMS, guys. Again, if you want to open, again simply click on this and Windows button, and then SSMS you can select, and then you can open, or you can simply type SSMS in the start menu, guys. Any questions, doubts?
Just a quick question. So
Yeah.
you have opened two different query windows and you ran like SP underscore who to, and it brought up like around 52 sessions. So those sessions, in the sense like it's going to pick whatever the process is running behind the scene, or what exactly the information it's going to bring.
Those sessions are like what exactly currently at this moment running in the SQL Server.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
the list of processes that are running currently at this moment, 8:23, exactly at 8:23. What are the processes that are running in the SQL Server? It will show you the list. Running in the
okay.
sense, again, don't think running in the sense only executing. Just now you executed one query, okay? You just left the session as it is, but it will still show you under runnable session.
Okay.
Some sessions regularly, like jobs are scheduled jobs. It will show you, you can see some sleeping things. Means regularly every day at 2 o'clock one job is running. So that also it will show you as a session here. So that's why few sessions it will show you running, means currently running. Runnable just now got completed. Sleeping daily it will run at a specific time. Background it will help you to run the SQL server in the background. So these are all different states of sessions.
Okay, which means like the way you open the task manager and see those process information.
Correct.
Instead
Very
of
good. Yes,
that, you can directly
same.
see that
Yes,
information here.
you correct. SP Hutu is the task manager for SQL Server.
Got it. Got it. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Any other questions, guys? Questions, doubts? Okay, take a break, come back after 15 minutes. We'll discuss the services and all. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys. I'll be back in 15 minutes. Yeah, guys, can you hear me? Okay, fine. So let's continue. Right, okay. So now we'll see what and all services will be created when you install the SQL Server. What and all folders also will be created. Folders, I think we discussed in the last class, right? Instance-based directory, instance binaries, and instance root directory. Okay. So if you see this bill numbers, right? When you install SQL Server 2000, generally, if you see the SQL Server, you cannot directly identify the version, correct? We installed 2019 actually, but nowhere it is showing 2019 when you connect it to the instance and all. So how we will identify the version? By just looking the server name. How we can identify the version? Okay. For that we have this bill numbers, guys. Bill number. Generally, bill number contains 4 parts. Bill number, okay? Bill number. It contains 4 parts. Major version dot minor version dot actual bill number dot revision history. Okay, revision history. So if you see where I can find the bill number, Shanmukh, go to the SQL Server. See here, you can see one number in the instance name. You can see 3 parts. Instance name contains 3 parts actually. One part is your server name. You see here, this is the server name. Okay, this is your server name. This part, computer name, where you can see here, this is the server name. And the next one is your bill number. This bill number contains 4 parts. See here, 15.0.2000.5. Major version, okay, minor version, actual bill number, this 2000, and this 5 is a revision history. Major version dot, minor version dot, actual bill number dot, revision history. Okay, bill number. And again, you can also see one more thing, that is like who connected to this instance. Total 3 things you can see in the instance name: server name, bill number, and who connected to the instance. Which user connected to the instance. In our case, I am using administrator username, right? So that's why you can see computer name / administrator. If you have a specific access on your name, if Rajesh connected, it will show you Rajesh name here. If Ganesh connected, it will show you Ganesh name here. So we can easily track what kind of things that you are using, that you are doing in the SQL Server. Okay, for that audit purpose and all, it's very, very important, guys. Now, how we came to know that this is 2019, it belongs to 2019? You can see the number, bill number here, 15.0. Let's go back and see where I can see 15.0. Tell me, guys, where I can see 15.0 in this table. It represents which SQL version?
2019.
2019. So by just looking this number, you can see here 15.0. If you install 2019, 150 folder will be created. 15.0, if you remove that dot, it will be 150. If you install SQL Server 2017, 14.0, in the bill number, it starts with 14.0. Shanmukh, what about the third part and fourth part? Not required, just first major and minor. The 2 minors, all zeros only. Only 2008 R2 is having minor version. Remaining all are zeros only. So when you install 2000, the bill number means here, it starts with 8.0. If you install 2005, 9.0. If you install 2008, 9.0. 2008 R2, how much, guys? 2005 9.0, 2008 10.0, 2008 R2 10.50, you can see here. 2012 11.0, 2014 12.0, 2016 13.0, 2017 14.0, 2019 15.0, 2022, 16.0, 2025, 17.0, you can see. So that's why you have to remember these numbers. You cannot directly see which version it belongs to. By using this build number only, you can able to identify. Clear, guys? And when you install 2080 folder will be created. When you install 2005 90 folder, where I can see these folders in the instance binaries. If you go to this folder, C program files, Microsoft SQL Server, okay, program files, Microsoft SQL Server. This is your instance base directory. Okay, if you go inside this name, now you can identify, guys, without connecting to SSMS. I can easily identify which version I connected, which version is installed in this machine. Can you tell me which version installed in this machine? Which version of SQL Server installed in this machine? You can see the answer on the screen itself.
19.
MSSQL
2019.
MSSQL 15. One thing you can see, 150 folder also you can see. 150 belongs to 2019. Shanmukh, then I can see 80, 90, 110. That doesn't mean, that means like did we install 2000, 2005, 2012? No. The main base features are there in this version. So after 2014, whatever you install, by default you will get these three folders, 80, 90, 110. The base features and all, you see some setup files, okay? They are coming from these folders, 80, 90, 110. After 2014, okay? Up to 2012, of course, 80, 90, 110, you can see. If you install 2014, what folders you can see? 80, 90, 110 plus 2014, 120 also you can see here. 2016, 130 folder you can see. 2017, 140. 2019, 150. Like that, the highest number of whatever the number you see here, that version is installed. And here also in the instance name also you can see MSSQL 15. 15 means 2019. MSSQL server, if it is showing MSSQL server in the folder name, means which instance it is. Default or named?
Default.
MSSQL server means default instance. Okay, named instance means it will show you the name. It will show you the instance name, whatever name you give. For example, if I give batch 52, batch 62, MSSQL 15 dot batch 62, it will show you. The folder will be created. So this is called instance based directory. If you go inside this numbering folder, that is instance binary, and in this there is a famous location. Can anyone guess that location? In the beginning we discussed this location. Very
Setup
important location.
bootstrap.
Inside setup bootstrap, what you can see? Log. Inside log, what you can see? Summary file. Okay, summary.txt file you can see and all. In the same way, if you go outside instance root directory, this is called instance root directory. Inside that one folder will be there. If you go inside, you can see important folders like backup location, data folder. In this data location, you can see all the databases, data files and log files. I'll explain what is data file, what is log file and all. So all are important folders you can see. These are the directories that will be created. Directories, folders, both are same. These are the directories that will be created, okay, as per your respective version that you installed in the machine. Let's go with the services. What and all services will be created. Now you got the bill number, right, guys? Bill number in the evening class, I'll ask you SQL versions, build numbers, Windows versions, everything I'll ask you guys in the evening class. If possible, I'll set up one quiz also, small quiz also I'll set up in the evening class. Right. Now let's see what and all services will be installed, because when you install any application in the Windows machine, everything will run as a service only. Every software will run as a service only. If Zoom is, I am working with the Zoom means in the backend, Zoom service is running. So in the same way, when you install one software in the Windows machine like SQL Server, it will install few services. So where I can see what and all services that are running in this Windows machine, I can use one shortcut called services.msc. Open your Windows machine, run and search for services.msc. Here when you open, you can see here all the services. Again, remember, these are all the services that helps to run the Windows machine. Okay, in that we install SQL Server also, right? So SQL services also will be created. So when you install any new applications, services will be created. So each application represent the respective services. So I installed SQL Server, right? Starts with yes. Make sure the service names are in like alphabetical order A to Z. and then select any service. I want to see the services belongs to SQL Server. Just type yes. You can see all the services that starts with yes. And now you see here, how many services I can see with SQL, guys? How many services I can see with SQL? Check it. Total, how many services you can see? Count it.
Looks like a 6 services.
Yes. Okay. 6 services installed in this machine when you install SQL Server. So let's dig down into these services. What are those services and all? Okay. There are two different services. One is specific and shared services, like the same features like that only. Specific services, shared services. Shared services means what? Exist only one copy per machine. Exists one copy per, can anyone tell the word? Per dash.
For instance,
Very good. Very good, Rajesh. For instance, okay? Right. Specific services. What and all specific services we can see, what and all shared services we can see. Total 6 services, right? How to identify which one is specific and shared? If you go back to this machine, okay? Now you see here, you can easily identify what and all specific, what and all. For example, the same PG example I'll give. Okay? So when if the things belongs to you, generally imagine you are using one plate, guys. Just I'm saying normally, real-time example. In case the same kind of plate is there with another guy, or same kind of glass is there with another guy, if he is your roommate, what you will do? You will put some mark, right? Because it shouldn't mix, right? Plates, glasses, and all shouldn't mix. You'll put some mark. Or we used to have a habit like if you are from Telugu background, I mean Telugu culture and all, you can see names on the plates, right? So names will be there. Some identification. That's it. Okay. So if you see the names for services, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, total 6 services you can see. Out of 6, for 4 services you can see names. If you see name means which service it is, specific or shared. If you see name on the
Specific.
service, specific, because our specific things will have names, right? So out of 6, 4 specific services you can see. Out of 4, remember this is very, very, very important service. If this service is running, then only SQL Server will be up and running. This is the database engine service. SQL Server in brackets instance name. As you install the default instance, so in brackets it is showing MSSQL Server. If I installed a named instance, it will again create one more copy SQL Server batch 62. Okay guys, is it clear? This is the main service. If this service is stopped, I am stopping, wantedly I am stopping. You see here how it will be. Okay, now the service is stopped, guys. Now it is not running. How to check whether it is running or not? If it is running, it will show you. In the status column, it will show you running. Okay, startup type automatic means what? When you restart this Windows machine, when Windows machine is started, automatically this service will start. No need to come and start every time. That is the meaning of startup type automatic. If it is manual, you have to every time come and start when you restart the Windows machine or when you start the machine. So now you just go and check. See here, it is still showing green, right? Green play button. I don't know whether you can see or not, but it is still showing green play button. See, now it was immediately changed to red color stop button. See, you noticed, guys, this one? So now it was stopped. Now if you are trying to open any new query window and all, is it going to allow, guys? No. If the person is sleeping, how we will respond? That means this is a previous session. Don't worry. Okay. Generally, see again. It will when even though it's opening, it is asking you to connect again. See now I'll try to connect. When it will accept the connections, if I click connect button, what will happen? It will try to contact the server, but the server is in stopped state. Can this request get the connection? No, it will not allow because it is in stopped state. See, nothing I did. I just tried opening a new session. That's it. Okay, it is simply saying instance the server was not found or was not accessible. Was not accessible means what? It can be in stopped state or it is not in a state to accept the connections. So like this you can able to see. You cannot even do refresh also. Refresh is a query. Refresh is also a query where the queries will run on database engine. Database engine itself is in stopped state. How it will accept the connections? How it will run the queries? If you refresh also you'll get the error. Nothing will be running now because all the sessions, background sessions, everything is closed. You cannot do anything. The SQL server is in stopped state. So in this way you can able to start the service and stop. How to start it? Same. You can start in 2-3 ways. One is go to services.msc. In case if you are not able to connect to SQL server, the first check that you have to do is what? What guys? What is the first check that you have to do if you are not able to connect to SQL server?
Check the service is running or not.
Check the services are not. Check the services are running or not. You have to check it. If the services are not running, no matter whatever you are doing, like see, even though it don't even allow for the refresh also. So always if you are not able to connect to SQL server, make sure the server name is correct or not. Second thing, go and check the services up and running or not. If the services are not running, you cannot connect. So how to start? Again, go to services.msc, right click, you can start. Okay, in this way you can able to start and stop the services from the services.msc screen. And this is your agent service which will help you for the automation. I'll tell you, okay, automation class is there separately. And this is your full text service. You remember in the specific features we have installed this full text, right? For searching the data and all. This is one service that is running. CEIP, Customer Experience Improvement Program. CEIP. Okay, this is also specific. It is going to collect all the logs from the customers. It will try to send it to the Microsoft. But in the organization, okay, there will be no internet connection, so no issues. This is not so important service. Main services are MSSQL server and then agent service and then please just give me a moment. Right, okay. So make sure the services are up and services are up and running, guys. If the services are not running, you cannot connect to the SQL server, you cannot run anything, okay? So this is how you have to check whether services are running or not. So you can even start, stop, restart the services from the services.msc. So this is the main service. Again, if all the services are running, if SQL server is not running, SQL server will not accept connections. If all services are not running and if SQL service is running, you are good. Okay, at least you can start the other services. No problem. So few features will not work, but still
Then your
SQL server
voice is
will
not
work.
clear.
Guys, is my audio clear? Please
Yes, I
respond,
can
guys.
hear
Is my
you.
audio clear?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear you.
actually,
Okay.
it's nice.
Okay, Chaitanya, just check your connection, otherwise rejoin, please. Okay, guys. So if all services are not running and if only SQL service is running, that is also fine because it will accept the new connections, new sessions, and all you can do. But if all services are running, only SQL service is not running, there is no use. Okay, it don't accept any connections, it don't run, it don't process any data. Whatever the definition of SQL server, like store the data, process the data, retrieve the data, everything will be done by this service only. Okay, so that is the database engine, core engine kind of thing. So without this service, there is no SQL server. So this is the main service that you have to make sure the SQL server is up and running or not. Okay. So if you want to stop it, you can directly stop by right click and then stop the service. If you want to restart, you can also just right click and you can restart the service. That doesn't mean you can restart whenever you want. If you are not able to connect, chalo go and restart. Shanmukh said nothing like that. Okay. It's very, very important that when to restart the service also, because see, as I said, 32,000 people can connect to the SQL server. All are users only. Imagine not 32,000, at least 10 users are connected. Suddenly you restarted the SQL. That the 10 users can run anything. One user can run insert query, one user can run update query, one user is pulling the report. Okay, one user is like using the application for some reporting purpose for client demo and all. Suddenly you restarted the SQL server, guys. Out of 10, one user is giving presentation to the client, which is around, imagine, I'm just giving an example. Imagine 500 crores worth project is giving presentation. While giving presentation, he is taking help of some reporting services. The reporting services in the back end, it's connected to this database. So he's giving presentation, is in the middle of the presentation, you suddenly restarted the server. He cannot get the data. In the client presentation, if user is not able to get the data, what kind of impression you will get it, guys? Like that you did multiple times during the session. Okay, what will happen? You are going to lose that contract. I'm just trying to expedite that impact of the services that you restart without approvals. So it's not like you, chalo, you go and restart the service whenever you want. No, nothing like that. If you do like that without approvals, now that will be your last day in the organization. People don't allow it. The loss can be anything. It can be a small or big loss, but it's not correct way of restarting the services whenever you want. For every server, there is a contact called POC, point of contact, or SPOC, single point of contact, or application owner. So application owner will take care of it. So you have to take the approval for whom we are building the server. That guy is called application owner. So one person will be there. We have to reach out to him. Hey, there is an issue with the SQL server. That can be fixed only when you restart. Can you kindly allow me to restart? That application owner will check all these things. Any important sessions are there or whatever, any important tasks that are running. He'll check with the team. He will ask, hey team, can I restart the SQL server? The DBA team is asking. If they say, okay, you can restart, then application owner will give approvals for us to restart the server. So everything like very constructive here. You have to go in the same procedure. You have to follow that SOP, standard operating procedures, guys. That's how the contract is built for. So you cannot directly go and restart the services whenever you want. Okay, that this is very, very important. Even experienced people also will do these mistakes sometimes. They might think only 1 minute, right? It will be restarted. Okay, I know a lot of cases. People lost their jobs. People lost their jobs, okay, by just rebooting the server without taking proper approvals and all, guys. Is it clear?
Yes, Shanmukh.
Any questions, doubts?
So is there any other mechanism in order to start the service, like using the PowerShell scripting or like using the command prompt?
We have. This is one way of starting, stopping, and restarting the services. You can even use SSMS also. You can from SSMS itself you can stop the services. Okay, same restart button. Okay, if you restart, it will be like this. Even you can use PowerShell also. Commands are there. Even you can use command prompt also. Okay, in the command prompt also you can able to restart it using this net start SQL services, net stop SQL services. Using PowerShell we can do that. Using command prompt we can do that. Using SSMS we can do that. Using services.msc we can do that. So different ways, okay, to restart the server, guys. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? questions, doubts?
Nothing so.
Okay.
Recording in progress.
Just 1 minute, guys. Okay, so if you want to see, I just restarted in the SSMS itself using this option. So if you want, you can stop, restart, whatever you want, you can do it. But again, okay, after taking approvals only, okay, you have to think about these options, guys, stopping and restarting the services and all. You can even use this command also, command prompt also, you can use the same kind of similar command only you have to use in the PowerShell, okay. Net stop MSSQL server. Okay, now it is currently running, right? Currently it is running. You can just refresh it if you want. This is the refresh button in the services.msc screen. Refresh. Currently it is running, right? Now you just hit the command. Stop. Currently it is running, but I want to stop it. Just hit it. I mean, hit enter. You can see the SQL server is stopping. Okay, it was stopped successfully. Now you just refresh it. Okay, it is showing running right earlier. Now you just refresh it. It will show you in stopped state. See? Nothing is showing means stopped, guys. Nothing is showing means stopped. It will not show stopped state. Okay, it will simply show nothing. That means stopped. If you want to start again, same command. Instead of, can you guess the command to start the service? Guess it.
Net start MSSQL server.
That's it. Very good. Okay. Let's start MSSQL. MS means instance name. As I am using default instance, so I'll give MSSQL server. If it is a named instance, you have to give the named instance name. If you have multiple services, I have two instances. One is default, one is named instance. So if you use net stop MSSQL means it will be for default instance. So if you want to stop the specific service, okay, there is no net restart. Okay, only start and stop is considered as a restart. So if you want to stop or start a specific services, then you have to give the instance name. Yes, you have to give the instance name. Just give me a minute. I'm sorry. So sorry, guys. Right. Sorry for that, guys. Okay. So let's start MSSQL server. So this MSSQL server is the instance name. As I'm managing the default instance now, default instance official name is MSSQL server. So that's why I'm just giving MSSQL server. If it is a named instance, you have to simply give instance name here. Okay. If it is batch 62, batch 62, MSSQL dollar batch 62, like that, you have to give the instance name, guys. In this way, you can able to, okay, start the service. So same, even PowerShell also almost same kind of queries, similar kind of queries will be there. If it is like using PowerShell, if you are doing similar kind of queries will be there. Net start, net stop, and all. Okay, just refresh it now. No need to do anything. Now see it is running. So in this way, you can able to manage the services. Like you can either restart, start, stop from Management Studio. Right click on the instance name. You can do that. Okay, or else you can use services.msc, or else you can even use command prompt also to start, stop, and restart the service, guys. And remaining two, these four are specific services, right? Remaining two are shared services. This will be like a database engine, like brain of the SQL server. It will be, this will be full text is for searching purpose, to search the data, and all agent is for automation purpose, for scheduling tasks like backups, restores. If you want to schedule a repetitive task, you can use this agent automation purpose. This is for customer experience improvement program. So these four will come by default when you install any instance. And then, okay, browser service is one of the shared service. Only one copy per whole Windows machine will exist. If you install another SQL server also, only one browser will be there. Okay, even though if you install 50 instances also, only one browser and one VSS writer will be there. VSS writer will help you to write the data to the disk. Browser will help you to make sure the server is visible in the network. I told you, right? Maybe in the last, before the break, we discussed it, right? Network servers. Okay, so if you are while connecting in the browse option, you see here browse for more, and I told you about network servers, right? That means the servers that are there in the network. If you want to connect, you can use this option, but that will be available when you restart, when you start the browser service. See, browser by default disabled. You can see the status also disabled because for the security reasons, users cannot see the instance name, so that hackers, if they see instance name, they will try connecting to the instance names and all. As it will be in network, right? When network means less security will be there. People can see the names and all. So by default, this browser service will be in disabled state. If you want, you can enable it. Few scenarios will enable it, I'll tell you. VSS writer will help you to write the data to the disk and all. These are the main services that you will get it when you install the SQL server, guys. Fine. So now if I install second copy, total how many services I can see? Tell me, guys. Tell me the answer. Guess it. First time when I installed, I can see 6 services, right? If I install second copy, total how many services I can see?
Same.
6 only.
Total, I'm asking total. This 6 plus whatever you will get it for the second instance. Total how
14.
many?
Again, 4 will
14,
be
huh?
added, 10.
That's
Six
it.
again.
Every time when you're if it is 6 again, what is the use of these shared services? Only specific services. Said the PG example. That's why when new person is coming to the PG, again he will not buy new washing machine, he will not buy new TV and all, right? He will bring his own plate, whatever it, glass, a laptop, phone. He will get his own things. Clear? So this browser is washing machine. This browser is, this VSS writer is TV. Only one copy for the whole floor or room will be existed. A new person is coming means he will bring his own specific things. So when you install second copy, again 4 more services will be added, which will be 10 services total. You can see if you install one more instance, 3 instances. Remember 4n plus number of instances you can count always. 4n plus number of instances. 4n plus 2. I can say 4n plus 2. The shortcut is 4n plus 2. How many services if you want to calculate? 4n plus 2. N means number of instances. So tell me, if I install 5 instances in the Windows machine, how many services I can see total? 5 instances I install in the Windows machine. Total how many services I can see? 4n plus 2 formula. I hope you know how to replace the values. N means number of instances. I installed 5 instances in the Windows machine. Total, how many services I can see?
22, sorry.
What about others? Still counting? 1, 2, 3, 4. Your fingers are not enough. 4 and plus 2, 4 into 5, 20 plus 2, 22. What is there to think? Whether you don't want to answer or you are not interested to answer. How many services you will get it when you install 10 copies?
42.
42, 4
42.
into n, 10, 4 into 10, 40 plus 2, 42. 8 copies?
44.
34. 4 into 8, 32 plus 2, 34. Okay. So like that you can able to, that plus 2 is your shared services, browser and VSS writer. Plus 2 is your shared services. So only those plus 2 will be there irrespective of instances. Browser plus VSS writer. These two are shared. Remaining 4 are specific. Each instance will have database engine, full text, agent, and CAP. So that is all about the services, guys. Clear? Any questions, doubts, please? No? Are we good?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, fine, guys. Thank you for this. Thank you for the session. So that's it for now. We'll connect again in the evening, same time, 7 p.m. IST. For US people, tomorrow morning, 9:30 EST, guys. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all. Bye. Good day. Good night.